What's up guys? Today we've got a very simple technical video for you. We've done a video on how to install a tubeless from scratch, but here's just a short detailed video on specifically installing the tubeless rim tape on the rim. The biggest thing that causes a tubeless system to be unreliable is average tape job or tape that's been damaged by tire levers over the years. So it's critical that you get the tape right first to make sure that you've got a good reliable tubeless setup that's going to last and not let you down out on the trails. So it all starts with choosing the right tape and getting the surface prepped properly, and then we'll be laughing. So first of all, tubeless tape comes in lots of different widths. It's important to choose a good width that suits your rim. So for this rim here, it's not overly wide, so we've got a tape that's a little bit wider than the rim. So when we pull it nice and tight, it's gonna conform nice into the rim. Sometimes we get a rim that's got a very, very deep groove in the center, and it can be very hard to pull the tape tight enough to get the tape to suck down into the groove. So in those situations when a rim's got a deep groove in the center, I would opt for a thinner tape that has a bit of space, and I would do multiple layers where I'd pull one side hard up against one so it sucks down into the middle of the rim, and then I'll do the other layers up against the other side so it pulls into the center really nice without leaving like an air pocket beneath the tape, which will ultimately cause reliability issues. So get the tape that you need, and then first step, very important step, we're going to thoroughly clean the rim so the tape sticks properly. So we'll get into it. So first step, we'll clean the rim really thoroughly to get that good stick. So if you've got a wheel true stand like this will make it easy. Otherwise you could use the bike or you can just do it on your lap, but this is what we're going to do. So we got some wax and grease remover. You can use some solvent or isopropyl alcohol or anything that's going to clean it really nicely for a good stick. Nothing that has a wax or any sort of polish in it. So we'll give the rim a really, really thorough clean. You know, I'll start at the valve typically, so I know where we started. And we can give this a really good clean. One of the key factors is to get yourself sitting in a position where we can pull the wheel against something like this and use your feet on it. This is our official tubeless taping stool. So we can sit and pull it against. So this means we can pull nice and tight on the tape and the wheel's not spinning. This is much easier than trying to hold it and do it. So what we'll do, we'll find our valve hole, which is right here. Have your scissors ready to go, nice and close, and have your tape. So what we'll do is we're gonna start on the far side of the valve hole, and we're gonna do one complete lap back to there, another complete lap, and then we're gonna finish on the other side of the valve hole, which means we're also gonna have an extra layer around the valve, which will just give us a little bit more bulk to put the valve through. So let's get into this. So we'll start on the other side of the valve, give it a stick and hold it down. And this is where we'll start to pull it really nice and tight. And then I'd usually push it in, make sure it's nice and stuck. A little bit at a time, making sure it doesn't unstick. If you find at this point that the tape's not sticking very well, you might want to go back and clean it again, and you really want it to be sticking really hard down to the rim to start with. Like that. I'm using my feet on the rim to pinch it, and I'm pulling it into the V between the stool and the ground. This is exactly what we want. We want it to pull down into the groove of the rim perfectly. If it's not going in, you might need a thinner tape. Like that. So we're just completing our second lap of the rim. And as we said, we're going to come just past the valve and finish there. So we're going to finish just past the valve, get your scissors, and we can cut it off square and just finish it off really nicely, making sure that it's nice and stuck down where you finish. Making sure no sealant is going to end up going underneath it. So the final step is we need to put the hole for our valve. This is important that we do a nice clean hole and it doesn't split the tape or cause any problems that are going to cause the tire to leak. So what we want to do is find our valve, which is right here, and you can often push it nice and firm and kind of get an outline of it. Otherwise you can put something through to just kind of see where it is. But once we found the hole, we want to use something like a scribe or something very sharp and pointy. Ideally not a screwdriver, something a little bit sharper would be good. So we find our hole, we gently push through, hopefully leaving a nice clean hole. Then we can use our tubeless valve to then gently expand the hole and have a really nice tight fitment around the base of the valve, just like this. Push it in, and you can put your other side of the valve on, and then job done. You have your tubeless tape ready, and you can continue on with your tubeless install.